Like anytime I'm dealing with unhappiness, it's really just because I've forgotten how great everything actually is, right? Um, One thing that I have as a tool, I actually just shared this at a War Room event, but I have this thing on my phone called the Rainy Day.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is, it starts off, it says, if you're reading this, you think you're having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
But let me remind you of your accomplishments and what your life is like right now. And it just goes on this list.
And you wrote it?
I wrote it. Yeah. But it's a reminder because a lot of times you forget. Dude, you could wake up and feel like kind of in a shit mood just because you drank vodka the night before. Or because, the sun's not out and you don't realize you forgot to take your multivitamin that morning. Like it's very almost mathematical in that way, right? So, I like to keep things in my phone that remind me, particularly that rainy day. Like if I think I'm having a bad day, oh, are you? You're 6'3", you're driving a G-Wagon around. You don't have enough time to date all the women that want to see you. You're making money in your sleep. You got great teams. You got people, you got houses, bro. But you forget. You forget really easily. I'd say maybe one day a month. I'll have to remind myself.
Well, the field goal moves, right? Like your goalpost.
So that's the tricky part, right? So I believe there's two voices in your head. There's like this little bitch voice, but then there's this voice that never goes away. I think my biggest fear in life is losing that second voice. The one that said, yeah, but you could have done this, or you could have done it that way, or you could have done it faster, or, you could catch this person if you wanted to. I do think that last thing I said is probably the one I think about the least. I can't even think of a time where I saw somebody else and like felt envy.
Well, there's always a rich mother. There's always a rich mother. If you're Bill Gates, there's someone to catch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
but that's the important part, I think, is that if you are maximizing everything, not just money, if you're staying in good health, if you try to pay attention to your style, if you're making sure that your grooming is on point, all the way down to little things, man. Like there was a time I was thinking about getting veneers. I've had 2 hair transplants.
I've thought about getting veneers as well.
Yeah. It's like everything. Like you just want to make sure you're like. What I don't want to do is look back and be like, bro, you could have tried harder.